Hello everyone. Now in this particular video we are going to discuss question number 54 of GATE DA24 exam. Now this question is based on AI logic topic. Okay, so you can expect this type of question in the next year as well. Okay, so here you can see this question. Let game in bracket we have ball comma rugby. Now this particular thing will be true when if ball is used in the rugby, otherwise false. Similarly, here you can see let shape ball comma round, right? It means that if the ball is round, then only it will be true. Otherwise, it will be false. Okay. So this is what given to us. Now consider the following logical sentences. So here we have four sentences like this. And if you observe here, this is basically what? For all symbol. Okay. So for all. Instead of this particular symbol, if this thing is there, it means there exists. Okay. It means there exists symbol. Now if you observe in all the four sentence, we have this implies. Okay. So if you understand what is this implies sign, then you can easily solve this type of question. Okay. So before going to solve this question, let's try to quickly revise the concept of this implies. Okay. So here you can see when I say P implies Q, this particular thing. Now how to read this particular thing? So here you can see if P then Q, very important. Okay. The question which is there, it can be solved using this particular thing. It means that if P then Q, okay, Q if P, P only if Q, P implies Q, P is sufficient for Q, Q is necessary for P, and Q follows from P. Okay, so these are the few things that you need to know about this P implies Q. But simple term, but in simple language, if P then Q. Okay, just remember this particular thing. Also, you should know the equivalence of this particular thing. Okay, equivalence of P implies Q. So whenever I say P implies Q, it is nothing but it is equivalent to negation of P or Q. Okay, also it is equivalent to negation of Q implies negation of P. Very important properties of this implies. Okay, just remember these two things. Whenever you see this implies sign, try to convert this into this thing. Okay, simplify this thing. Okay, so here you can see negation of P or Q, or you can say negation of Q implies negation of P. So if you see the truth table for this implies and this particular thing, that will be same. Also you should know the truth table for this implies sign. Okay, so if you understand this particular thing, what implies sign is, if P then Q and these two properties of implies, then this is enough to solve any question based on this particular thing. Okay, now let's go back to the question. Now here you can see for all ball negation of this one. Now what do you understand by negation? Negation means simply opposite of that. So ball, game, comma rugby. Now if this is true, right? If ball is used in a rugby, but negation of true is what? False. It means that this is false. So what do you understand by this S1 in terms of English language? So negation of true will be false. It means that this particular ball is not used in rugby. So I can say if ball is not used in rugby, then okay, now this is one P, this one is Q, then shape of ball comma round, then the you can see here this will be true if ball is round, then I can say then ball is round. Okay, now this is what S1 is. Similarly, try to convert all these four sentences. Let's see what about S2 for all balls. Okay, so here we are talking about for all ball. You can consider that I am not going to write because in all the cases it is for all the balls. Okay, so what about S2? Again, negation of this one. Ball is round, but that is negation, false. It means ball is not round. So I can write like this: if ball is not round, then what? Then ball is used in rugby, then ball is used in rugby. Can I write like this? Yes. What about S3? If the ball is used in rugby, here you can see if ball is used in rugby, then what? In negation of this, then I can say ball is not round. Ball is not round, right? Similarly, what about S4? Shape ball round. It means that if ball is round, then ball is not used in rugby. If ball is round, then I can say ball is not used in rugby. Okay. So I have converted these four sentences into equivalent English sentence. Now let's try to read the question. Which of the following choices is our logical representation of the assertion? So here you can see all balls are round except ball used in rugby. So we need to select the correct option that will give us this particular thing. Now here in this case, go option wise. What about S1 and S3? So if I take these two thing S1 and S3, will I get this particular requirement? So what do you understand by this particular statement? All balls are round. Okay. So I can say that shape of ball is basically what? Round. Okay. Except the ball used in rugby. So let's try to use these two sentences S1 and S3. So if I use this, if ball is not used in rugby, then ball is round. And so this symbol of and if ball is used in rugby, then the ball is not round. So by combining those two sentences, will I get the required thing? Can I say like this? Again, read the statement carefully. If ball is not used in rugby, then ball is round. So what do you understand by this? All balls are round except ball used in rugby. Okay. I cannot say like that if ball is used in rugby, then it is round. No, that is not the correct one, right? So you can see if ball is not used in rugby, then ball is round. So only this sentence is not sufficient. But if I say and if ball is used in rugby, then the ball is not round, right? So whenever you combine these two sentences, what is going to happen here? Let's see. If ball is not used in rugby, then we can say ball is round. And if ball is used in rugby, then we can say ball is not round. So if I combine these two sentences, I will get this particular required thing. Okay. So if you see here, both the things will be same in this case. Okay. If you just combine S1 and S3. So in this particular case, option A is correct here. Okay. Now what about option number B, S1 and S2? Now if I combine S1 and S2, will I get the required thing? Let's see here. If ball is not used in rugby, then ball is round. Also the ball is not round, then the ball is used in rugby. No, right? Now if you observe this S1 and S2, right? So I can write this as like this. Let's say this entire thing is G, this entire thing is S. Okay. So negation of G implies S, and here you can see in the second statement, negation of S implies G. Now I am combining these two. But if you observe, this is nothing but what? I can use this particular property, this one, right? So if I use this property here, so what will be this one? So negation of S implies negation of G, that is G. Okay. So if you understand, both the statement are same basically. Okay. So S1 and S2 are the same one. We are saying if ball is not used in rugby, then ball is round. And simply if ball is not round, then we can say ball is used in rugby. Okay. So basically both S1 and S2 are same only here. So option B is not correct because both are the same sentence. Right. Similarly, if you observe S3, S4, I can write again like this. So G implies negation of S, and here also S implies negation of G, right? Because here we are saying for all, okay, for all the cases. But if there exists symbol in one of the case, then in that scenario this will be different. Okay, but here we are dealing with all the balls, so we can do like this. But if you observe here again, both are same only. If you take the negation of this, so that will be what? If you just take the equivalence of this, that will be what? Negation of S, that is S, implies negation of G, yes. So S3 and S4 are same statement basically. Both are equivalent. So S3 and S4 both are same. So option D is not correct. Because if you combine S3, S4, see, if ball is used in rugby, then ball is not round. Or I can say if the ball is round, then the ball is not used in rugby, right? So basically both the statement are same here. Okay, so option anyway D is not correct. So B and D is not correct. So in this way, if you know this particular properties of implies, and if you understand what this particular statement mean, you can easily eliminate the options. Okay, so I have eliminate option B and D. Now what about S2 and S3 here? What if I combine this S2 and S3? Will I get the required thing here? Yes, obviously, because S1 is equivalent to S2 only. So I can replace this S1 by S2. So I'm going to get the same thing, right? Here. I can also say S2 and S4 will give me the same thing. Also S1 and S4 will give me the same thing here. Like this, okay? So all these four will give me the correct equivalent for this particular statement. So I hope you understand this particular question. Okay. So here you can see if ball is not used in rugby, then we can say the ball is round. But if ball is used in rugby, then we can say ball is not round. Also, we can try to combine this particular these two statements S1, S3 logically. Okay. I hope you understand this particular concept. Okay. So that's it from this particular video. Thank you.